Hello everyone, let us now discuss today's LeetCode POTD question. Construct the lexicographically largest valid sequence. Here we are given with n and we need to construct an array where 1 is present for only one time and remaining elements from 2 to n are present for 2 times. Let me take an example. 1 is present for only one time and other elements from 2 to n are present for 2 times. So let us take another example again. N is 5, then other elements 1 is present for only one time, 2 is present for 2 times, and 3 is present for 2 times, 4 is present for 2 times, 5 is present for 2 times. But the thing is, the distance between these two numbers should be equal to 2. The distance between the first time occurrence of I and the second time occurrence of I should be equal to I. Look at the output for 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 and then 5, 3, 1, 4, 3, 5, 2, 4, 2. Here 2 and 2 is having the distance of 2 and 4 is having a distance of 4, 3 and 3 is having a distance of 3, 5 and 5 is having a distance of 5. So this is about the question totally. Now what I do is start with constructing an array from scratch. So the first thing, my array is empty. Right now my array is empty. And what is the maximum size that I can get? If you see clearly, the size is like we are given with 5 and my size, the array size is n into 2 minus 1. Why minus 1? So 1 is only repeated for one time. Now the array is empty initially and I will start with going through the elements from 1 to n. Now I'll also store the indices where I got the numbers, where I am storing these numbers because you'll know why I'm storing this. If I got this 2, I need to get this index where the first 2 is stored so that I can store the next 2 and the difference will be 2. Now I'm storing the indices. We have indices and we have an array which is empty. This array should be returned. Now what will I do is take and push 1 into it. Now let's see what will happen if I push 1 into it, and I am taking the example of 3. Now I pushed 1 here and the index where 1 is present is 0 and the all are minus 1s. Right here these are my indices. Now I push back 1, then I have another choice. I can push 1. No, I cannot push back 1 again into my array because if I push back I will go through wrong because 1 is repeated for only one time. So I'll neglect pushing this 1, then I go to 2. I push back 2 into my array. Now if I push back 2 into my array, I'll change the first occurrence of 2. But why I am pushing this 2 into the array? I'll check the condition whether the the index where 2 is present is minus 1 or not. As it is minus 1, I am pushing this first occurrence of 2. But if not, I will check the difference, and if the difference is equal to 2, then only I push back. You will know how I'll push back the second occurrence of 2 later. Now I am pushing this 1 and 2. So at 0, 1 is stored at 0 and at index 1, 2 is stored. Now I have 3. Right. I cannot store 1. So wait a second, I cannot store 1. And if I want to store 2, so if I want to store 2, the first occurrence of 2 is at 1. Now, my second occurrence will be, the second occurrence will be 2. And 2 minus 1 is 1, which is not is equal to 2. That's why I will not go through 2 and pushing back into the array. Now, instead of going to 2, I'll go through 3. So I'll push back this 3 into my answer array, 1, 2 and 3. Now, where I am storing this 3? I am storing this 3 at index 2, right? 1 is stored at index 0, 2 is stored at index 1 and 3 is stored at index 2. Now here comes the actual part where I cannot store 1 again, but wait, I can store 2, right? I can store 2. 1, 2, 3. I am directly storing 2. Why? Because if I store it at 3 and the first occurrence, if you see the first occurrence of 2 is at 1 and the next occurrence is 3, 3 minus 1 will give me 2. So I surely push back the 2 into my array. Now 1, 2, 3, 2. So do I have to change this index or should I change the index of 2? No, right? So instead I can go with the same thing, same old thing here, and still now my size is not equal to like 3 into 2, 6 minus 1, which is 5. It is only 4. That means I need another element where I cannot store 1, I cannot go through 2. So I should go through 3. Now I need to push back 3, but if I want to push back the 3, the difference between the first occurrence of 3 is 2 and the second occurrence is 4. So here comes the question, we do not push this 3 into our array. So I'll return here. I'll backtrack, go here and then go here. There are no indices which are left with. Then go again. So I know that my answer goes not from 2 but from 3. So for not wasting your time for dry run, I'll go through 3 and 3 is stored at index 0. This will be the first indices. Now I need to store 1, right? I need to store 1. So 3 comma 1 is my array and 1 is stored at index 1 and 2 is still minus 1 and 3 is stored at 0. These are my indices. Now if I go through 1 I cannot store and 2 I can store. So I'll push back 2 into my array and 2 is stored at index 2. Now I cannot store 1, I cannot store 2 because if I store 2 the difference between not equal to 2. So I'll not store a 2 and I go to 3. So if I store 3 here the difference is also equal to 3 as 3 minus 0 is equal to 3. So I am storing this here. Now if you see, even though I have the size of 4, I am not completed yet. So 1, 2, 0 and 1 is stored at 1, 2 is stored at 2 and 3 is stored at 0. Now I can go to, right? I cannot go to 1, I can go to 2. So if I store 2, 3, 1, 2, comma 3, comma 2, because the first occurrence of 2 is at 2. The first occurrence of 2 is at 2 and the second occurrence I am pushing back is 4. So 4 minus 2 will give me 4. So I have pushed back this 2 for the second time. Now the size of the array is 5. So at this moment, when I got size of the array as 5, then I'll definitely return the answer at this stage. That's it. This is how you solve this problem. Here it is the code. Here result is the size of the array where I got by backtracking, and here at the last we'll return the empty array. So I'll check whether result.size is answer.size, then I'll return result. And if index is answer.size, that means n into 2 minus 1, then I'll return the answer. And answer of index is not is equal to 0, then return backtrack index plus 1 comma indices comma answer comma n. So this is how you solve this problem, and don't forget to get the index so that you will go index by index. So this is how you solve this problem. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, share it to your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.